Yep.
Chance, Brooklyn Nets, man. So the Brooklyn Nets, as you all know, the Brooklyn Nets were in a lot of drama last year, right? But things are looking a little bit more positive, right? Now they've got Cam Johnson, they re-signed him. They also went and I love the ad of Darius Bailey and Dennis Smith Jr. Over the offseason. They also got Lonnie Walker after Lonnie Walker kind of had that little bit of a breakout year a little bit. They got Trendon Watford. They got a whole bunch of young guys, and they got a slew of draft picks that they're bringing in as well. But then they go, and they got rid of their vets. They got rid of Seth Curry, who's in Dallas. Joe Harris, they traded him to the Pistons. And so now this team is really just going to be led by their, Spencer Dinwiddie I'm having a massive brain fart right
Mikal Bridges.
now. Mikal Bridges. Thank you. Mikal Bridges. My bad, homie. Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson. They got a really good team of like a core to build around, which is one good thing you can hope for. But the real question is, Chance, are they ready to actually be competitive in the East?
No, they're not. I think they're still missing a few more pieces. They've kind of got that log jam at the wing position. Dinwiddie, kind of a combo guard, but when you look at Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, Royce O'Neal, they've got a lot of wings on that team. And so, I think they could be a team that we're talking about as sellers at the deadline just because they still just don't really have the talent yet. They're kind of in that, transitional rebuild. I think Mikal Bridges showed that he's a guy that you can really build a team around. I don't know if he's, a first option on a, contending team, but he clearly showed you he could be that second, at worst third option. I mean, he had games where he's putting up 35 points with ease, like when he first got traded. And so I definitely think they build around Mikal Bridges, but yeah, guys like, DFS, Dinwiddie, some of those guys could be on the chopping block because at the end, they just want to continue to rebuild, get more future assets and kind of build around Mikal because he's still young enough to build a team around and, his play style can fit with anybody. So I definitely see them as a team that's a little more active around the deadline. Don't really see them being true contenders, but it's the NBA. They might get off to a hot start and decide to start, packaging some of those future picks for a win now, got now. Maybe there's another disgruntled superstar on a team that wants to come over and head to Brooklyn. So anything could happen.
Yeah, and also Chance too, I expect Nick Claxton to take another leap this year. Nick Claxton had a
Hmm.
phenomenal year. He should have been, he was right. He should have been on an all defensive team last year.
Hmm.
And then it's also that guy, that Australian that's playing out there we hadn't talked about, Ben Simmons. I mean, I think a lot of people have written Ben Simmons off, and I'm not gonna lie, I have probably written Ben Simmons off. When you look at the decline of what he was last year, he was a shell of himself. It's really just hard for me to envision a world where the old Ben Simmons comes back. And
Yeah.
so I don't know. I don't know. So I mean, but if Ben Simmons if everything works out well for the Nets, I mean, this team can make a play in, and this team could probably sneak into the bottom of the playoffs if everything went right. But I just don't see that happening for this team.
Yep. I'm with you.